Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing this really pretty soft monochrome matte moment, and I have to tell you guys that I really wasn't going to film, but I really just wanted to sit down and try and do something to feel like myself. And this is the most I've done in a few weeks, so I was really happy to just kind of dive into my own personal collection and then also show you guys and also use some new products that I've had but haven't, you know, actually like filmed with. But I have to tell you guys, I really love the way this looks, and if you guys want to see how I got this look, let's go. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off by taking this Cover FX corrector. This is, I think, dark peach or something like that. And I'm just going to use this where I need it. And really, I need it in a lot of areas. But I do have dark circles, hyperpigmentation, all of the wonderful things that come with being a brown woman. My son is having surgery this week. I don't know when you guys are going to see this video. I have had such a hard time just finding motivation to like film, to edit. I have videos that I still need to edit that I haven't done. And I'm just not like, I'm not in it. But today I wanted to film. So we're just going to get ready. It's not going to be anything crazy. I have a meeting. I'm going to take my Dior foundation. This is the Forever foundation in 3WO, which is 3 Warm Olive. And I'm going to take a little bit of this Arc Illuminator, and this is in Citrine. I'm going to take 1 pump. So what I've been doing is I use the lighter one, this one, quite a bit, and I like to mix it with my foundations. And you know, if my foundation is a little bit on the dark side, adding a little bit of the lighter one just kind of helps balance out the color. And as you guys can see, this looks really good. And I have been told that this foundation usually looks a little light on me, which I don't see it, but I went in with the darker one just to kind of balance it. And I do like the way it looks, because what I find is that the 3 Warm Olive is a little too olive for my complexion. I would say I'm more of a neutral warm undertone, not so much an olivey undertone. But the shades in this Dior foundation are just a little challenging. I tried a few of the shades and this was the best match for me, and I was a huge fan of the Dior Forever foundation, which is why I wanted to get the new formula. And it was, I missed the original formula, let's just say that. This one is not bad, but the original formula was by far my favorite. So I've taken a little bit more of a corrector shade under my eyes, and then I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer, and the shade I use is 34. I really love this concealer. I think it's a really beautiful everyday concealer. It's very hydrating. So I'm just going to let this get a little dry before I blend it out. I'm going to take my Huda Beauty Tantour in Light, and I'm just going to apply this. I'm pressing it, and then we'll blend it out. Let's add a little bit here. So I'm just going to take my foundation brush and then pat this right over the product, and it's just going to help blend it out and make it look really smooth. So I'm just going to take a smaller foundation brush, and I'm going to pat my corrector in. I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer. I know this seems like it's a lot of layers to add to your under eye, but I'm using very thin formulas, so it's not really heavy. And then I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to blend this out with a beauty blender once it's ready to be blended. Alright guys, so I did a pretty half-ass job on my brows, but we're gonna finesse them a little bit once I have an idea of what we're doing. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend my concealer out. So I'm just going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow gel, and I'm just going to run this through my brows. I like to do this, so I apply the actual product with a brush, and I have a video on my channel on how I do my brows, but then I like to go in with the actual spoolie, and I like to run it through my brows because it gives me an enhanced finish. Like, it really picks up my brow hairs and it just makes them look more natural. So I have been going back to my Coty Airspun, and I really like this powder. It's a great option if you're looking for an inexpensive setting powder. The only thing is that it is a little fragranced, so if you are sensitive to fragrance, you may have an issue with this. I am going to just dip into my sponge and apply this under my eyes. So I have been doing very little makeup shopping, but I have picked up some things, and I picked up the Melt Cosmetics gel liners, the new ones that they just released. Boom. So I think I'm going to be using one of those today. You guys know I'm a huge fan of their gel liners. They're some of the best gel liners. Honestly, I would say they're the best gel liner that I've tried. Now that I've applied my powder, I'm just going to take a brush and I'm going to buff my skin just to make sure that I don't have anything sitting on top of it. Ooh, I'm going to use this palette today. This is the Luminous Air and Sir John palette. This is one of my favorite palettes ever. I'm going to start off by taking Safari Khaki, and I'm going to dust this. I'm going to start in the crease and then bringing it down onto the lid. I'm using a fluffy brush to really just get a nice soft and diffused finish. I'm not trying to add a ton of pigment. Maybe I'll do a monochrome brown moment. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to end up using the gel liner. Maybe we'll leave that for another day. That's so pretty. Just this color alone is stunning. I've said this before, but this is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I feel like it's everything that you would need to make any kind of look. I lost my train of thought. So I was telling you guys that I have been doing just very minor shopping, and honestly part of it is that like there isn't anything that's really like speaking to me, and I don't know if it's just like at this point we've seen it all. I'm also trying to be more aware of where I'm spending my money. Like, just because something comes out and I have a YouTube channel doesn't mean I need to get it. Like, my channel is not that serious. It's not one of the, you know, the huge channels or one of the larger channels that can afford to just, you know, spend without really thinking about where you're spending. So I'm going to take King. I'm going to take a different fluffy brush, and I'm going to use this on the outer corner, and then I'll blend up into the crease. So I'm just trying to be more mindful and realistic. Like, my channel isn't growing much, and I want to be mindful of where I'm putting my money. So I am just trying to make better decisions. So with that being said, I have purchased some things, not a lot, but there is a brand that I'm really excited to tell you guys about. The brand is called Liss Love Yourself, and this is a Black owned brand. As I've mentioned in a previous video, I wanted to, you know, really dive outside of like the higher end luxury brands and explore smaller businesses, Black owned companies, and I'm just really excited. And this is a brand that's actually at Sephora. So I learned about them because Instagram was showing me some of their products, and it took me to their website. So long story short, I went on their website, I looked at what they had. I realized that they were a brand that was new to Sephora. And just because shipping is faster and you get points, I went on the Sephora website and I saw that they had some other products, but they didn't have everything I wanted. I'm going to take Safari and then King again and just run that on my lower lash line. And they didn't have everything. And to be honest with you, I went back to the website because they had a system where they could match you. So I wanted to try their foundation. It is a light to medium coverage. And I know that that's not typically me, but I do want to have options that are a little bit more on the lighter natural side. I wanted to have a foundation that I can wear on more natural days that isn't a tinted moisturizer. Like I wanted something that was just going to even out my skin tone, especially because these last few weeks that I have taken off, I really haven't been wearing makeup. Like if I wear makeup, and this is where this is so not me, because I am somebody that will wear makeup every day. It doesn't have to be like a full face of makeup, full-blown glam, but I do wear makeup and I just haven't been feeling it. So on days where I've had to like actually meet with people, my routine has been foundation, eyebrows, mascara, and I'm done. That's it. So there have been moments where I've wanted something that has more coverage than a tinted moisturizer, but that was softer than full-blown Gavi foundation. I think this is all I'm going to do for the eyes. So I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury push-up mascara. So I ended up picking up the foundation from this brand. I ended up getting a bronzer, 2 blushes, and it's such an affordable brand, guys. I think that's really important to mention. Is it's a clean brand. It's super affordable. It has skincare ingredients. So I am very much intrigued, and again, I'm supporting a black owned brand, which is really important for me. All right, guys, I'm going to take my Gucci highlighter in number 3. I'm not highlighter, my bronzer, and I'm just going to add this very liberally. Like I'm not trying to be very strategic or meticulous about where I'm placing it. I'm just trying to add some warmth to my complexion. I am going to take a little bit of my NARS creamy concealer. The shade I use is Ginger, and I have been using this to clean up under my brows. So I take a Rephr brush. This is a Rephr 21, and I just clean up. It also helps add like a highlighting effect. I have to tell you guys, I'm really liking the way that this looks. Okay, I'm going to take this Fenty Rosé Latte, and I'm going to use the same brush that I used to apply my Tantour. I feel like there's a lot that I want to tell you guys, and I just feel like this is such a short video to do all that. But you guys know that my son is having surgery, and again, I don't know when this is going up, but my guess is that it's going to be well after his surgery. So that's something that's kind of been on my mind, and I think I'm doing like a really good job at like staying focused and not really, you know, diving into all these worries, and I'm just trying to stay as calm as I can, I guess. And like I said, I've kind of been in a little bit of a rut in terms of like feeling inspired or motivated to film or even really just put makeup on. Like I just feel like I'm not myself, and I know it's gonna be okay, and you guys have been really supportive and sweet, and I appreciate that more than I can ever say. It's nice to know that you guys are looking forward to content. So I'm hoping that makes me snap out of it. So I'm going to take a little bit of my Tantour, and I am going to Tantour my nose a little bit. So my son has an appointment today, a doctor's appointment, And it's just basically to make sure that he's ready for surgery, and also he's got to get his COVID test. There's so many appointments and there's so much going on. It can feel a little overwhelming sometimes. I'm gonna buff this out with my brush I used to blend out my concealer. This brush was probably a little too fluffy, but I like it. I'm gonna take a little bit of this Fenty powder, which my son loves to take. And if you guys can see, there's little fingernail scratches there. That's him. And I'm just going to use this here. And a little bit on my nose, my forehead. So I had shown you guys I had picked up one of the velvet lipsticks by Dior, and I ended up getting another one. This one is a really beautiful brownie mauve shade, and I haven't tried it yet. The number is 710, and this is Saint Honoré. So I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Supernatural liner and then go in with my Dior lipstick. This is such a good liner. Lipstick time. This is the most makeup I've worn in weeks. To complete this look, I'm going to take Makeup Forever Universal Earth, and I'm actually going to use that in my waterline. Alright guys, so here you have it. This is my monochrome matte moment. I really love the way that everything turned out. It's soft, yet it still pops, and it's very much wearable. Like I have meetings today, so I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to be anything crazy, and I feel totally comfortable in this. I like the way that it looks. I'm happy that I just sat down and filmed, and I feel like there's still so much for me to fill you guys in on, but I'm just not there yet. For now, I just want to say that I really appreciate your support, and thank you guys so much for understanding and just being awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll be back. And leave a comment down below letting me know, what do you do to snap up out of a mood? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.